And the amount of 100 to 0 potential for DK just skyrocketed.
And Veigar, Viego, they both have very similar sounding names, so obviously the mid-jungle synergy is going to be at an all-time high.
Good, yes.
What? That's just Vayne, okay. All right, ZeUS.
The king is like, oh god, no! No, 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 not in pro play too.
I was gonna say, like, that is a gambit that T1 are taking. You could see Koma's face. He was like, he didn't just let that in, did he?
ZeUS, there was a lot of chatter about ZeUS embracing his TheShy arc. He's one top lane Kalista away from truly becoming him. There isn't realistically a way that works out, but
yeah, Kerry is going to look to try and get a flash out of Showmaker, and he may actually have to use it here. Oh, holds onto it, even gets a fail. Yeah, it was Kerry that played it last against Kellen on his Yuumi. Crazy. Actually, no, I remember this. This was the tech. It was the Yasuo Sejuani bottom lane.
The gank.
As here it is. Okay, ZeUS is already ghosted. Let's see, charging up the stun. Not going to find a good flash from ZeUS, but Lucid probably typed in worse.
So they are going to ensure that all Owner was able to get was not even the big Raptor, just a little bit.
Yeah, Owner is in a bit of trouble here as well. Has to flash. Full health. Owner has nothing to get here. Is that hook managing to go behind Carrier there. Gumayusi taking a fair bit of damage. Jump on top of this Rift Scuttler. Takes that one down. Meanwhile, more fighting here towards the bottom side as Permafrost is going to be utilized. Owner now fighting Lucid, but this is a dangerous one. ZeUS moves on down as Lucid needs to be so careful. Is Owner going to go down? No, he's not. The blue buff getting aggressive, but there is Showmaker. He doesn't have flash though, remember, so he's likely to fall down. It's a fantastic cage. As ZeUS, he gets knocked into the sky, and Showmaker's trying to walk it off. Faker flashing after him. Now Kingen chasing down the Emperor. Does manage to get the slow here, and he finds it. He has the red buff here as well as Faker trying to get out of the way. That Q just not finding the mark as Faker just shifts the sands over the wall. There is full information over here.
Go!
Yeah, Showmaker trying to clear out vision, but I don't think he's going to be able to make anything happen. No flash available. As Owner will take a little bit of poke, but otherwise not too much to worry about as Kellen finds himself on the wrong side of this wall. Skate over there from aiming. Carrier will back away as the hook goes wide. And we can see pings out. Kellen moving on forward. Showmaker just trying to block as the Emperor's Divide does come down. He gets over the wall. The flash hook is going to ring true here for Kellen, and the cage is going to come out as well. Faker, not long for the world, and Lucid will pick up that kill.
Actually going to give
ZeUS to feel too safe up here on the top side as Kellen will find Owner. But I'm not sure whether you really want to. But in this series, just the gold lead has not really moved.
Got a goal
like
in, 20 minutes. TP advantage.
Yeah, let's see what they can get done here as the hook is going to connect, but it's onto Carrier. The cage comes down as well, but it's not enough to stun him up. DK should be able to get themselves their first dragon as Kingen teleported in. There's the knock-up with the 3 talent strike. Looks like he is going to be okay. There's a flash in from Kellen, but it finds nothing. That's terrible. So there you go. Aiming up here as well, he's going to be able to grab this plate as now Carrier by himself is going to get hooked up as Lucid finding himself a stun as well. Aiming just wanting to maximize the amount of plates that he can pick up as teleport in from T1. Kellen knows that he's really dead, and that is going to be a kill going over to Goomer as well. And Faker, he wants even more good flash out there from aiming. He's still going to have to vacate the area. There's a flash forward, the ulti. The Q didn't land. Therefore, ZeUS will survive.
Just going to be Herald, but first Third Blood, probably going to be able to go over here. Faker, though, once he shows up.
Well, Lucid going to make this one a 50-50. Let's see what can happen. It is going to be the steal away as so much AoE damage coming down. The Dawning Shadow, massive value as ZeUS has made his way into the fight. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but the Bane is starting to pop off. Lucid gets over the wall, and now Showmaker left for dead. No flash because he used it earlier, and it's a double kill. ZeUS now finally set up for some success. Doesn't feel the worst. I just don't know whether it's going to be a soul that we're really going to be talking about, as there is the charge forward. The cage is going to be put down there as well. Fair bit of damage onto Owner and Carrier, but once again, they're not the optimal target. Still,
T1 forcing DK to make a decision.
Yeah, and there's the flash forward. The cage is down there as well. And he's just dead. Owner taken out. That is the pick you were looking for, but this is the problem. T1, is it going to be worth it for DK if this inner turret goes down? 4 minutes, and it's not even a soul. It is just soul point that they were
Fight?
fighting for, as Kellen now finds himself in amongst two. Showmaker and Lucid a little bit too far away. I don't know whether they're going to be able to save him, but he gets a big old shield. Showmaker flashes away, and T1 are just going to jump down on top of him. He can't click the blast cone.
He's running.
It's a disaster. Meanwhile, the fight on the top side is also T1 favored. Faker takes down the Cassante. Lucid, I'm not sure about this one. He's trying to get his way out.
Dead.
As Zeus is chasing after him. Vayne pretty good at chasing you down, as it turns out, as he tumbles forward, Okay, let's see whether Showmaker can get something crazy
Aiming
done.
as double
He has done it before.
This.
Yeah, exactly.
They know.
They
They
see
see
get
it. They're
himself
like,
out. They're going to pick this one up. Okay, so it's going to have to be Showmaker's Smite that wins this one out. Carrier does have teleport. He can make his way back in. And Sparran not going down anytime soon.
TP Carrier behind them.
Looking for a little bit of an engage. As they're trying to block him off, they're going to see whether they can kill the Sejuani before this one is even a problem. But the all-out comes over the wall. It's absolutely fantastic. They take down Owner. But still, Faker's able to hunt down the Cassante. Showmaker once again trying to run from Zeus. He gets himself a big old shield, but he won't find the cage. And he's on 1 health. The flash forward from Goomer is going to be what gets it done. And there is another team fight victory for T1 here. Lucid just showing up as the rest of his teammates take a dirt nap.
Oh, I don't know if they're going to be able to try and contest this. They're going to give it their all.
Yeah, teleport going to come on forward from the Cassante. They got what they wanted. Let's see whether T1 stick around for a fight. The beta cage not really doing too much here.
Keeping an aggro, but going to drop it after all.
Yeah.
Maybe an actual 5v5.
Piercing Darkness able to keep them very healthy in this fight as well as the Sand Soldiers go forward. That's another cage. Hook is going to come through. No one's stunned though. And there's the re-engage. Kellen's down so incredibly low. And there is the pick-off. Cassante trying to get some Cassante things done, but it does not work. It's another kill for the Vayne. I think that makes it 7 for Zeus on the top side of the map. DK, they still don't want to give this one up. As Lucid does get into the mist.
Fast.
Yeah, no, this is just absolutely
They can't
ridiculous.
cage him. Literally.
And the Baron is getting down lower and lower, aiming. He's taking pot shots here from Zeus. He's just able to walk out of the way of the burst fire. The Baron just going to be destroyed. And T1 are now bearing down on the base. They still have 2 minutes of this Baron buff. As that is a nice little flash hook from Kellen. Empress Divide is going to get Faker out of the way though. Still, they do manage to get the flash and the ulti, but they'll sacrifice an inhibitor turret for it.
He didn't have the ult. If he gets the ult Faker, then he might be able to kill him. The cage.
Yeah, cage does go down. They push them into it, but Kingen can't really tank them up. Glacial Prison comes down. Carrier so incredibly tanky. Owner's going to be the first one to grab a kill in this fight. Another cage is going to work out as Lucid diving on board. He's got the Vayne, and Lucid's now trying to tumble his way to victory, but he'll be taken out as well. And I think DK are just that little bit too far behind. From T1 against Life Esports, leaving up the center for round 2 just doesn't feel like something that you're really allowed to do.
I can't even,
is so strong.
Can't even fault Kingen, right? Like, he has to be the front line. Someone has to go in.
I mean, they have to blind pick something.
And then this right here, we see the idea behind this. But the problem is that Lucid then becomes Vayne.
Yeah.
So he also just instantly dies.
Now the real final team fight is going to be upon us. It's not going to be before these inhibitors have all gone down. And Kellen's still just like trying to work out what he can do. The answer is nothing, as there's the explosion onto aiming the primary target, and he has to go back to the fountain. Kingen's also having to dash away. It's going to leave their whole base exposed to Zeus. He'll be taken out. But even with 4 members, look at all of these minions. They are just gigantic. Kellen's made it to the backline though. And Amy's got his health back with the Nexus. It's so incredibly low, and there it goes. T1, match point, and holding on to their playoff dream.
우리 테라인. 야, 이거 깨고 노틸 잡으러 가자. 깨고 노틸 잡으러 갈래?
안 잡아도 될 것 같아.
안 잡아도 될 것 같은데?
안 잡아도
맞아. 제리.
제리.
제리 도플. 구도는 괜찮아.
앞라인부터 나 괜찮아. 내가 너플. 제리 빨렸다.
야, 나 죽게 했다. 타워. 야, 타워 점사. 점사해
점사해봐 그러면?
천천히 점사해
나
살아나면
살아나면 점사해볼게
안 죽어
좋아 보여
나이스